Hello and welcome back. My name is Suzette and this is Sir Launcelot. I wanted to introduce you to him today. He's also known as Catman. And he's a little bit shy, but he has a really interesting story that I wanted to share with you. I got him 12 years ago when I was working at a pet store. A woman came by and dropped off a box of kittens, and he was the only orange one in the box, and he was so cute. He was so small. He actually had blue eyes then, and now I don't know if you can see, but he has gorgeous green eyes now. And he still had his cute little kitten fuzz. So when I got him, I had to keep him in the break room until I went home. So I got a cat carrier for him, and I brought him home. But one of the major reasons why I wanted to have a cat, well, is because I've always had one and I love cats. But also my dog, Miss Windy Belle. She's an Airedale Terrier as well. She is about 2 years old and she really wasn't doing well. She was getting real lonely apparently and would bark and cry and make lots of noise when I left. And one of the reasons for that is because I had just moved from a different town. I had just graduated. And I was living in a house without another dog, and Wendy was used to my roommate's dog. When I got Wendy, she was a 3-month-old puppy, and my roommate's dog was an adult female dog that really took to Wendy well, and they were real good friends. So she was just real lonely when I would leave. So I got the cat in hopes that they would become friends, and it actually worked out perfect. They did become friends. I took about a week to introduce them. I had the cat and his little cat carrier in my bedroom with the door closed, and Wendy would be able to smell him through the door. And after a couple of days, I would let the dog into the room and they would smell each other through the cat kennel. And then eventually I would let the door open and let them interact with each other. And they took to each other so well. Wendy, like I said, was about 2 years old, and she treated this kitten like her puppy. She would lie down and the cat would come up and nurse from her, well, pretend to nurse from her, and the dog would carry him. But instead of holding by the nape of the neck, she would just hold by the whole head and carry him around. Oh, it was really cute. And they stayed friends forever. They were best friends, and they would get into so much trouble with each other. And they played this cute game where they'd wait for the other to fall asleep, pounce on them, and run away, and then the other would wake up and follow in pursuit of the chase game. I feel really bad. One day, the cat jumped on the kitchen counter and broke my roommate's coffee pot. And I actually still feel really bad about that today. So I'm sorry, Dusty. But speaking of her, she really helped tame this cat. This cat was always kind of halfway feral because of where he came from. And she put him through holding therapy. That could be a whole other video of itself. But I wasn't able to pet him on the back. I was only allowed to pet him on the head. But she got him to where I can now hold him and somewhat squeeze him, but I can pet him a lot more now. Well, as I said, the Wendy and Catman were best friends for a really long time, up until towards the end when Wendy started to get sick and she got very bad arthritis and wouldn't let the cat jump on her hips anymore because it really hurt her hips. So one of the last nights that we were together as a family, just the 3 of us as it had been for so long, Wendy woke me up in the middle of the night, kind of fussing around on her bed. So I got up and helped her into the living room. At that time it was getting so bad that I had to help pick up her back legs to help her walk because her hips were hurting. And I positioned her bed next to the couch she crawled up on her bed and I was on the couch, and the cat came up and cuddled up with me. And Wendy would stretch out her head so I could scratch her ears and scratch her neck. And it was a really sweet moment that we had. And later that week, we had to take Miss Wendy in to the vet for a wellness, a quality of life check. And that was about 6 years ago. So now I am ready for another dog. And like it or not, I think the cat is going to be ready for another puppy. We'll see. At first, it'll be a little while to get used to, but the cat is going to love having another animal around that he can be the boss of and be in charge of, because that is his favorite thing to do. Well, that's a story of myself, Miss Wendy, and Catman. So thanks for listening, and stay tuned. I'll keep you updated to show how they get along. Thanks, and bye.